Just how big an impact has Drive to Survive had on Formula One? And has it attracted a new audience? The series took the world by storm and continues to make waves. But could it have gone too far? Could the show have influenced the last race in Abu Dhabi last year? Stay tuned to find out everything about the addictive Netflix series and how it's changing Formula One. First, the impact of DTS. Have you watched the Netflix series Drive to Survive? If you're a die-hard F1 fan, then you've probably heard from friends or family who are now interested in F1 through the series. Before the series, you would rarely overhear people talking about Formula One, but now it's everywhere. It really was a big hit, and we got to see so much we'd never seen before. There were exclusive interviews and behind-the-scenes footage that added a lot of drama to the sport that normally all happens on track. All the drama that goes along with the money, the speed, and the cutthroat business has converted people into dedicated F1 fans. Stefano Domenicali, the CEO of Formula One, has said that Drive to Survive has had a huge impact on creating a new audience for the sport. There has been a 58% growth in the US alone for the Formula One TV audience. When the series was released in March 2019, it caused a 5-year-long peak in Google search interests. And in 2021, F1 had a total of 1.5 billion viewers. It has well and truly inspired a new generation of racing fans. And last year, new fans were rewarded with one of the most brilliant seasons of Formula One in decades. The epic battle between Hamilton and Verstappen was exactly what we were all waiting for. We weren't disappointed, and we're still arguing about that final race result. Next, the Netflix strategy. Netflix has the power to make trends. After the chess series The Queen's Gambit was released on Netflix in 2020, there was a massive increase in online chess players and purchases of chessboards. Chess streamers popped up left and right. They can now make their living from playing and teaching chess online. In 2017, it was announced that Netflix had made a deal with Formula One to cover the 2018 season. Netflix were given exclusive access to the paddock to document each race and the drama that goes on behind the scenes. They used driver and team interviews to help make sense of all the chaos in the garages. It was great timing for Netflix because the Formula One group had just been purchased by Liberty Media, and their strategy was to reposition from a motorsport company to a media and entertainment brand. For the first season, Ferrari and Mercedes refused to participate in the series. Lewis Hamilton did praise the series and said that he thinks it's a good thing for F1. The team boss of Mercedes, Toto Wolff, got the team involved for season 2 onwards. He said that he recognized that it was an interesting way to attract viewers. And that was a great decision for Formula One too. Moving into the US market has been a big priority for Formula One for many years. Drive to Survive has helped boost American interest in the sport, and with the Miami Grand Prix set to debut this year, Americans are ready to watch along. McLaren boss Zak Brown has said that the series must be the single most important impact for Formula One in North America. Now the drivers underneath the helmets. When you watch a Formula One race, you mostly see the helmets of the drivers bobbing out of the car. We can't see their faces or their expressions, and we only hear them through their team radio. So how has Drive to Survive helped the fans connect with the drivers in a different way? The show is a chance for viewers to learn about the personalities, rivalries, and politics of the drivers underneath the racing helmets. It's an inside look for someone who normally doesn't follow the sport. It gives them a chance to get attached to drivers in a way that's more natural in sports like tennis, fighting, or even football. We all love a good story, even if it's not true, and Netflix has been able to do what all great documentaries do and build a compelling story. They took all of the interviews, backstories, and race results to create stories of heroes and villains. One article ranks all the F1 drivers based on the Drive to Survive narratives, from least captivating to most. It put French driver Romain Grosjean in the top spot because of his near-death fireball crash in Bahrain, where he walked through fire to survive. After the crash, the series gives us an emotional interview with Romain and his wife, where he opens up about the experience. Next, the problem with too much story. The most valuable thing in television is drama. But what do you do when there's not much going on? Fans, drivers, and team bosses have all criticized Netflix for over-dramatizing events or intentionally misinterpreting them. At times, the show clearly pairs audio with video that's unrelated. Giving Netflix control in the editing room gives them control over which story they choose to show. Red Bull driver Max Verstappen has said that the series has misrepresented things and faked a lot of stuff, which makes him not want to be involved. He said that the show builds up rivalries between drivers for extra drama, even when there's nothing there. Kimi Räikkönen thinks it's a bigger problem. After he retired last year, he said that he was relieved to escape from the fake things in F1. He said that the amount of money and politics are ruining the sport. The effect that Drive to Survive is having for entertainment might be good, but it might be pushing Formula One away from the sport that many fans love. Lewis Hamilton has also been in conflict with the series. When Netflix filmed the Mercedes garage at the 2019 German Grand Prix, a number of mistakes by Lewis Hamilton and the team led to disappointing results for the drivers. Hamilton said after that race that because he was sick all weekend, he would not allow Netflix to release the footage. A future Netflix F1 marriage? For those worried about the influence that Netflix is having on F1, look away now. The following possibility will be frightening for you. Apparently, Netflix would consider buying Formula One if it came up for sale. That's what Netflix's CEO Reed Hastings said last year. He said that Netflix would only move into live sport if they had full control of a sport. For them to purchase a football league would not give them the kind of control they're looking for, but Formula One could. Hastings said that the company is in a position now to bid for Formula One if it were to come up for sale again. Netflix has a market cap of over $160 billion, and when Liberty Media bought Formula One in 2017, it only cost them $8 billion, so it's definitely a possibility in the future. This might mean that the sport moves even further towards entertainment rather than sport, which would make sense because that seems to be where the money is. Did Netflix influence the Abu debacle? Could Drive to Survive have influenced the final race controversy in Abu Dhabi last year? The decision to apply very specific and unprecedented rules to allow Verstappen and Hamilton to go racing may have been race director Michael Masi's attempt to keep the sport interesting, and he succeeded. The race peaked at over 100 million viewers, but the fallout following the dramatic way that the season was decided will live long in many F1 fans' heads. For the casual viewer, it was a nail-biting drama, and Netflix were probably rubbing their hands with delight. It's hard to say how much pressure Masi was under. The whole season he had been criticized by different teams, commentators, drivers, and fans for his decisions. But in the final laps of the final race, it looked like he finally just wanted to give people what he thought they wanted: excitement and drama. Drive to Survive has been a massive boost to the sport, and it's shown that people are looking for drama. So who could blame Masi for trying to achieve that? Masi is now out of his role as race director, and the finale left many new fans very confused about what had happened. Before the start of the 2022 season, it's impossible to tell whether this turned new fans away or hooked them in even more. What do you think about this series? Is it good or bad for the sport? Maybe it was your first introduction to Formula One. If so, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.